Into the bowels of New York Comic Con we descend.
Yes.
And they are stinky bowels.
They're very, very stinky bowels.
Man, learn to wear deodorant, friends of Comic Con.
Yes.
Deodorant, you need to learn how to wipe properly.
Stop.
What? I just got.
But you do. That's important.
I mean,
I'm
it is,
being
but
serious.
It's difficult when you have like a giant costume on. Like, how's Lex Luthor supposed to? I don't know. I'm just saying.
And there's the lines of the bathrooms were just
Horrible.
Really?
Yeah, we learned a lot as we prepare for next year's Comic-Con without you. It's going to be awesome.
You're gonna go.
I'm
with
going to
us
be there,
next.
guys. I'm saving
be
right
awesome.
now. I've actually set up a GoFundMe page right now if you'd like to send me to New York. So I got time to raise enough money to go.
Okay, 1 year. 1 year.
Okay,
next
1
year.
year, yeah.
Next
1
year,
year to
right,
raise the
yes.
funds.
So Comic-Con is all about everything nerd, and that was one of the most fascinating things. Is that you got to see all these different genres of nerd. You had comics, you had film, TV, you had video games, you had
Wrestling entertainment.
wrestling, you had anime, you had cosplay, you had really, really dirty role-playing game people that were just, they were the stinkiest of all the people.
Really?
There was a Yu-Gi-Oh area where they were actually playing card games.
It was like, it was like
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yu-Gi-Oh area.
Oh, okay.
It was so gross.
Where are you going to start, man?
Let's start at comics.
Okay.
We'll start at comics.
Man.
So we actually got to sit in on a few panels. We got to sit in on the Spider-Man panel.
Yep.
We got to sit in on the Batman panel. We got to sit on the DC Justice League Dark Animated Movie panel.
And we actually got a chance to talk to a few of the different writers just hanging out. Peter Tomasi, who writes Superman, which is like our favorite
Love
DC
it.
book
Love
in the
it.
universe right now. Just Teo and I hanging out, chatting
hanging.
about how he saved Superman.
Yeah, he
so that was
saved
cool.
Superman. Who can say that?
I mean,
Just him.
Yeah.
Just him.
So that was really, really cool. We can start with the Spider-Man panel, which featured Nick Lowe, the Spider editor at Marvel.
Here's the picture.
Boom. Also, Dan Slott. You had, who's the writer of Spider-Man, Dennis Hopeless, who writes for Spider-Woman. I mean, it was a fantastic panel.
Had a good
And,
time.
my boy Ramon Perez, who will be writing a new Nova series, which I can't wait for. Yeah.
Yeah. Another cool thing was they weren't just talking about the comics. They were like, some people were dressed up. Like in this picture, you'll see a guy sitting there dressed up as one of probably my favorite Spider-Man character of all time, the Scarlet Spider. And they would pick people out and they would say, do you want to come read an unreleased comic book that comes out next week or in 2 weeks or something like that? So they got to come up and read the books as we were sitting there and the creators were outlining their plans for the next few months.
can you give me an example of how that person read the comic book?
Sure.
yeah.
Look at the picture.
He was like,
Okay, can you
here,
like,
inside the mind of Scarlet
like-
Spider. Oh, God, I can't believe I'm sitting. Dan Slott is on this stage, and I hope I smell. Yeah, okay.
What was that? There was a snort.
I
No
got to tell
snorting.
you, I will say this. We went as journalists, and at one point I was like, I'm going to ask Ramon Perez a question. He just mentioned the fact that Rich Rider, one of my favorites, dude, he's Nova, he's coming back from the dead, he died in the Annihilation Wave, saving the galaxy, Thanos was part of it, and our boy Star-Lord from the Guardians of the Galaxy was this crazy comic book, dead. They're resurrecting him.
Yeah.
Important things. I mean, he's a cosmic cop, basically. He's got family back home. How do you shuffle those two things? What was your writing process like? I was thinking of these deep, awesome questions. Unfortunately, I was like 12th in line for the Spider-Man panel, and the previous questions went something like this. Hello, my name is Jeffrey from Tampa, Florida. In Amazing Spider-Man 287, you clearly see Norman Osborn.
That's enough.
Okay.
It was super nerdy.
Dude.
Super nerdy.
And if
what, that's-
we're saying that,
It was the worst. Yeah, if we're saying it was super nerdy, I don't know if you could have handled it.
I was suffocating in nerd.
It was
Wow.
rough.
So you guys were having a hard time with the nerd.
Oh man, it was like nerd extremism.
I mean, I realized here's what bonded us all together. We all have a love for these great stories, great characters. I love great character development, the way that you can humanize certain elements, and you're more grounded. That's why I think we gravitate to Spider-Man. He's like the kid, and he was picked on, and he's just a real world dude. And then you got like the next level, I want to be with Peter Parker.
Yes, which That's another thing altogether, but I'm
Yeah.
sure they were there as well. So here's some pictures from the Spider-Man panel. We already showed you the one of all the creators sitting up there talking, but we got to see panels from comics coming out.
Yeah.
We got some covers for Amazing Spider-Man here.
Awesome stuff.
We got some Nova designs
Yes, dude.
here.
Which I'm really looking forward to the new Nova.
The new costume for Silk, which is another Spider-Man character here. All of these were announced at Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Like this happened as we were sitting there, and then we would get on Twitter and see all these other comic book resources just tweeting out
there
what we had just
before
seen.
we did.
So
So
here we
sorry, I
are,
missed
a
this.
week late, giving you what you wanted a week ago.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Take it. Thanks for watching, guys.
Oh.
Don't forget, you can always comment down there.
I thought that was
point
the
down there.
subscription button.
Point down there.
Okay,
I thought it
hit
said
subscribe.
subscribe.
And then
Okay,
there's a
hit
video
subscribe.
over there.
No.
Okay, but then why
And then
don't
there's
you?
another one over there.
But like this video.
Don't
Yes.
like it.
Make sure you like
Don't
it.
like it.
Maybe leave a comment.
Never share us with your friends.
Don't skip the ads. That's how we get money.
Click like.
Like 43 cents
Share it with your friends.
total
Torque wrench.
between all 18 of us on the Google.